You know that any time Zimbabwe is mentioned, it's with mixed feelings from just across the board, one of which is the strength of that country and the doggedness of Zimbabwe, of Robert Mugabe himself. But looking at the whole continent as one, and the caliber, or should I say the age bracket of a lot of African leaders, you see between 70 to 93, or maybe if there's somebody older than Mugabe, I don't know yet. But between that age, does this in any way teaches us a lesson about what is possible with regards to the age brackets of leaders who are somewhat old?
I haven't seen any signs that things are likely to change in terms of leadership, maybe the youth taking control or taking over.
That's heartbreaking for the youth.
No, it's not. There are no signs on ground. Where are the youths? Dear. Which youth are you talking about?
The way you have called this spade a spade is very, very harsh.
When you look at Austria,
I was just trying to be very diplomatic about it. You just brought it out.
I understand. No, but let us be factual. When you look at Austria, when you look at France, when you look at these civilized nations, you will see the youth being properly educated and enlightened in terms of political orientation and political ideology. What do we have here? Where are the youths? Even the parties. What are they doing to sensitize or to even enlighten the youth or to even orientate the youth towards ideology? Did they even have the ideology in the first instance? The parties, what ideology did they?
Is that a general theme across Africa?
Yes, that's what we are saying. One, deliberately, the youths are being used for negative things. I mean, for negative activities, to continue to be area boys, to continue to be babasas, to continue to be this, just to continue to be in servitude, you know, for these gerontocrats. They are not giving them the proper orientation.
Who's going to change it?
Well, I think it's a gradual process. Who is indefinite. We don't have a definite picture of who. But what may likely happen is the fact that the process itself, the political process itself, and then the consciousness of what goes on outside, the international scenes, when they see that youth are taking over, and they now see why they are taking over, it's very likely that they are going to give themselves that kind of conscious and personal orientation, which will now inform or be an inspiration towards re-engineering our political space, our political system.
Let's say Margaret is shocked by that submission that the youths don't know the scheme of things now. Margaret, I know she's got a question for you.
I'm just wondering, is this a good development for Zimbabwe, or is this bad?
That's a very good development. It's very good development. I know that an old man will still take over. But at least, you see, yes, an old man will still take over. The person that is going to take over will not be less than 60. So if somebody of 60, 70 is still taking over. So, but the respite, the breathing space, they have a breather now, you know, is enough. Psychological, sometimes when you have psychological relief, it's also a kind of, you know, it lifts some burden off your head psychologically, and then you can now make moves. You can now even plan. You can do certain things, and then the fact that you know that the individual who happened to be a kind of obstacle towards all the plans that had been failing in the past had been removed. So now you come with fresh plans, and then you make, even if you are not going to make any progress, at least you can still come up with
Dr. Thomas, that leads to my next question.
Yes.
Because if you say that you don't really see much going to change in terms of the person who's going to take over, I was going to ask whether or not you see any opportunities for the people of Zimbabwe to redirect the direction or the focus of their politics.
Well, I think it's high time they did that, because number one, we're having an institution where the politics they have been practicing has always been that kind of conservative politics, nurtured and developed by the old people, you know, the old people. So now there is need for fresh political elements to be introduced as a way of moving forward, to even try something different, something new.
Even if they're from SANU-PF?
Well, it can be from ZANU-PF. It is within the party, but it's very difficult because, like I said, it's a structural thing with African politics or African parties. I have not seen, I don't know how vibrant the ZANU-PF youth wing is. You know, if they are very vibrant, they can also begin, not a coup now, they can also begin the process of takeover, you understand, within the party. And it is a party because ZANU-PF is seriously and structurally entrenched and established in Zimbabwe. So something must happen within the party. It is something that has to happen.
All right, we'll go to break and come back in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back. Well, let's end with the youths. I mean, that's a future. Because, I mean, when you look at the scenario and you say, this is what you see across Africa, that doesn't speak well. How do you suggest, or what do you think may likely happen or lead to, or what we need to do to see that at least we begin to demonstrate that we're willing to change some things and have a brighter future or younger future for Africa?
Now, certain things will have to change first. One, there must be new political orientation. Two, there must be national re-engineering of our political space or political system. Three, there must be some kind of ideological regurgitation, ideological sensitization. We need that. And then four, the money factor in politics, because the youth, where would they get the money to start giving out? That's number one. Then number two, they are more satisfied. I mean, they are satisfied playing second fiddle. They are to the old people. They are satisfied searching or looking for position like commissionership, special assistant, ministerial, and whatever. You know, they are not that ambitious because number one, they see it as a very difficult task to achieve. Very difficult task.
Like becoming the president.
Becoming the president of Nigeria. They see it as a very difficult task. Why? Because number one, they too know that to get there will be very difficult because where are the resources? The resources of this nation have been, you know, stashed away by those who have been in power since the 60s. And then the youth that they are just coming on now, except they are financed, and who is ready to now invest?
So what do you think about the Young Democratic Party in Nigeria?
No, they don't have any stake in the near, I mean, in the nearest future, or maybe, well, for now, they don't have any stake. They don't even have any iota of fortune. I don't see them taking control. I don't see them making any inroad for now. It's very difficult because the parties, PDP, APC, all these parties, you know, that you have all these old people, they have already taken control. They have well established and they are not ready. Do you see any sign that these people are ready? Don't forget that Atiku is 60 something or maybe going 70. He's still jostling. He's still preparing. You know, I can see most of his comments on Zimbabwe and everything is still showing that I'm interested. And don't be surprised that you will continue to see all these old people coming out again to say that they are still interested. How many youths have you seen so far? How many youths?
Food for thought.
You see
National Conscious Party is one youth.
You see Odita in Anambra. You see all these big men, all these old men, you know. And then let's see what happens tomorrow.
Well, yes,
maybe we can use that to redefine. We can use that to as a kind of template for what will happen.
We'll see. We'll see if that can happen. Well, thank you for coming on this morning, Dr. Dago Thomas, an international relations expert. That's the show today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. I'm Chamberlain Osal.
Thanks for watching. I am Gimba Umar.
Chamberlain, will you really be there next week? But thank you for watching this week. Ogun.